Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, welcome back to another not week of Herb Oracle. Good morning. I'm doing a podcast today to let you know that I'm not podcasting this week, right? A podcast to tell you that I'm not podcasting this week. Yeah, like I was just going to put a little note on Facebook. Excuse me. Oh, really? We've already started? My throat was fine before I pushed record. Facebook and Instagram. And I thought, you know what? You can still pull some cards. You could still just pull some cards even though you're not going to start another herb this week. And kind of take another vacay. But not, I'll explain. If you want to hear more bullshit, I will explain. So anyways, the sun is shining today. Like there's a warmth in the air. Like it really feels like Lady Spring. She back. Oh, she back. There's a little snow here and there, but Lady Spring has returned. I took a walk down to the stream yesterday, and it's so crazy that like the moss is like ready to grow on the rocks, and like even though there's icicles in the like water still, like there's this one part of the stream that I love so much because there's this like fallen log, and it sort of like has this like tunnel. It made like this tunnel where the water can go through. And it makes it sound like a waterfall, like or like there's a lot of movement. So the stream's kind of high right now, so I've been really enjoying it because of so much movement and sound in the water. Like I need to go down there like all the time. But especially yesterday, I'm gonna tell you about that if I can talk about it without crying. So anyways, I'm gonna call this podcast today Be Botanically Held. Be Botanically Held. Think about that. Be botanically held. So sometimes in our life, we just have to stop and breathe. And let the herbs hold us. So yeah, today I really am connecting hard. I don't even want to say that word. Connecting intimately. I'm connecting. Yeah, thank God for the herbs. Today I really am just trying to let them hold me. So yeah, let the herbs hold you. And be botanically held. So yeah, these times in our life when like we really are sad. You guys, I'm so sad. I'm trying not to cry on my podcast. Maybe I don't want to do this. I just looked down and saw 313 saying, yeah, do it. Oh, I have to. This is like this is episode 163. So that means there are people that have listened to 163, all of them. There's not probably that many people that have listened to all of them, but for my people, for my peeps that have been through like every single one of my episodes, and literally you've seen me heard me at my lowest. Like I've never ever withheld all the craziness in my life, right? So why start now? So yeah, like I am a freaking mess. So that is one reason why I got to take this week off. But then the other reason is I never did the Echinacea podcast. So last week our herb of the week was Echinacea. And this is ridiculous. And we were going to manifest more beginnings, but ultimately, if you're a wise old soul, if this ain't your first time at the rodeo, this is bullshit. I can't even talk today. You know that before you can begin something new in your life, you have to have an ending. So that's what is making me sad today. Let me take a break. Okay, so hi. Maybe this would be a great time for me to tell you about the herbal essence of motherwort. So in your moment of overwhelmment, I highly recommend tincture of motherwort. Like if you feel like your chest is closing up and you can't breathe and you need to be, held by a motherly essence, you need to calm down in that exact moment. That's what motherwort does. She actually slows down the heart rate. Na 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 na. But yeah, it just feels like you just calm down. So I hope I have more motherwort in the cupboard because I have a feeling I might go through this. Like it looks like it's less than an ounce as I squirt more in my mouth right now. All right, I'm gonna have to step away from myself a little bit. But obviously, you can probably take a wild guess if you have been listening to this podcast that I am sad because I walked away from the lover I had just manifested this year. I know. You're like, Sadie, are you effing kidding me? Because that's all we heard about in 2019. Where's my lover? Where's my lover? Where's my lover? Right? And then I manifested a pretty good one. And I was shown. Okay, let's just backtrack here. So what happened last week? We were going to manifest more beginnings, right? And that was fine, whatever. And but what really happened that day was I did that meditation in the bathtub. Did you? I think I told you about it. Anyways, and I said, and if I didn't tell you about it, I just did a live stream over the weekend that I'll upload on my YouTube channel, which I totally talked about it. But anyways, I'll tell you again. I did a meditation with Tina Louise Spalding. I think she was channeling Jesus at the time. And it basically was, all right, guidance system, all right, higher self, show me where I'm not being honest with myself. Show me where I'm not living authentically. Show me what I'm not being honest about. Right? Because I don't know about you, but I really do want to live pretty close to my truth, as I can. So anyways, I did that and I was in the bathtub. And so water is such an accelerator, a conduit. I just feel like it was amplified because I did it in the bath. I wasn't even planning on this. I just thought I was listening to her talk. And then all of a sudden it's okay, let's do this meditation. And I was like, what? I even had to sit up so there wouldn't be water in my ear. I was like, okay, fine. And so, but I was sincere and I was open and I was honest. And even last Monday, I was everything's good, right? I really was. Last Monday, I was everything's good. And then I did that meditation and then holy smoke, it just really started happening pretty quick after that. First of all, funny, there was a knight in shining armor that came through my reality in a way that showed me that wait a second, there might be other people in this world that's better matched for me, just on the surface and definitely deeper than the surface. So I really was being shown right away that I was settling. And I was all right. Then I was really being shown right away that I was compromising some of the things that I have ferociously kept out of my experience, right? I have maintained my house to not have alcohol in it, right? There's alcohol in the house, but there's no alcoholism in the house. Let me be specific. It's one thing to have a beer, but it's another thing to have dozens of beers, all the time. So anyways, yeah, it was really like brought to my attention in a really blunt way that I was condoning and overlooking and excusing a couple things about this person that I was like, why would you even do that? Like like normally you wouldn't put up with this. Like maybe it's just because like I was just I don't know. Anyways, I was shown a bunch of stuff that like really really Sadie, like you would want to be with somebody that smokes cigarettes. Are you kidding me? Right? I just looked up and saw 505. Yeah. So it was brought to my attention that things needed to change. It needed to change. I needed to end it. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. So I dragged my feet for the rest of the week, just observing, just being shown, just really contemplating about it. And I thought, you know what, like, and I'd already been in this friendship relationship. I had already kind of like backed off a little bit, like, because I really definitely made a lot of effort to like get together and make it happen. And since Valentine's, I was kind of like, you know what, he can make some more effort too. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll just, because I have other stuff I got to do. And really, like, it has dwindled. Oh, since that fabulous Valentine's date, which it was really fun, we had a good time, it just like nosedived real hard and just was like, all right, well, I see that, you know, but I was still like, well, you know, it's better than nothing and someone to hang out with. But then Saturday night, you know my Saturday. Do you know my Saturday? Oh, no, you don't know my Saturday. If you went to my live stream this weekend, you knew it. But I'll tell you, my Saturday was insane. It included like a birthday party at a bowling alley and lunch with my grandma and aunt and mom, and it was a pretty long day. Well, Saturday night, I'm exhausted, right? I cannot wait to sleep. Like, I just am so excited to sleep and be well rested. Don't my guides keep me up all effing night? All night. Incredible. They would not let me sleep. They were showing me vision upon vision. We had all these dialogues and conversations. Like, there was no way by the end of Saturday night. They had shown me too much truth. They had like put it right in front of my face. Well, my etherical face. Like, these are all visions. Sunday morning, as exhausted as I was, I literally was energetically pushed out the door to go, wrap this up. And that's what I did. So anyways, I've never, ever in my life had such a caring, loving, and sweet breakup with somebody. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to start crying. So anyways, that really does tell me that I am in my heart space. Everything can be beautiful, even endings. And we should pull some cards. So let me grab this deck. It's called the Oracle of the Essences. Okay, I wrapped up that segment pretty quick. Running from my emotions today, guys. But hey, so I'll talk a little bit more personal later. But let me just have a reprieve. All right, so this is the Oracle of the Essences. I'd just like to pull a couple cards. I love their affirmations. I would love to be botanically held with some of these essential oils. My essential oils that I've turned to today, I wish I had myrrh. I would literally anoint my entire ass with myrrh right now, but I know I'm out. So I did frankincense, patchouli. Did I do lavender? Maybe some lavender. And I have like essential oils in the air. Like, I am trying to be botanically held that way. Like, patchouli does really hold me. Oh my gosh. Yes. And so I apologize in advance to the public library that I'll walk in there and everyone will be aware of me, I'm sure. Because I'm using like 10 times the amount that like any normal person should use. But I just feel like that's what I need today because the ego is really struggling with all of this. One, because this is the first time that I've walked away from somebody that I didn't hate. And it's just like, what? Like, why would you do that? But like, I just have way too much foresight and common sense to just, like, here's what it really breaks down to. I am just almost out officially, legally. I am out of it. I got my divorce papers. They're not just solidified for another 90 days or whatever. So yeah, I'm basically divorced. Yum, chamomile. So why in the world, if I saw myself entering in, I don't want to say the word trapped, but that's what my marriage was. It was entrapment, right? Like, why would I, if I seen that I was getting ready to even get into something similar vibrationally, different, but it would still be in a situation that would not uplift me like I don't want to say deserve, like, it's not like that, but it's like why would I not want to be in a higher vibrational relationship, right? Like, I could just see that, like, I was getting into something too fast, you know what I mean? And I just, like, really cannot just have, like, sex without love. Although there was love. Oh yeah, there's definitely love. But yeah, it's like, and this sounds rude, but I'll just say it. Like, why would I want to be with somebody that I'm not proud of? And not that I wouldn't be proud of certain things about this kind, sweet person. I have nothing bad to say about him. But I am not proud of alcoholism and smoking cigarettes. Like, it is just something that, like, I would be inclined to hide or brush under the rugs. And I already did that so much for 13 years. Like, I just am like, oh, I just saw the lovers pop out of this card. I want to be with somebody, if I'm with anybody, and I don't even need to be with somebody, but, like, wouldn't you too, like, want to be with somebody that you're proud of, right? Not, like, hiding their problems, you know? So anyways, yeah, my ego is like, I cannot believe you, girl. But my higher self is like, we're proud of you because you're listening to us, and it just would never get any easier. And I felt like, you know, like, the old energy, the old me, probably would have let it continue to fizzle out for another month, you know what I mean? And then I would have looked for stuff to hate, and then, right? But the new me is like, oh no, we are going to make a clean, you know, and compassionate cut. A clean and compassionate cut so that we can still be friends with this person, right? And so that we are not going to bring this energy in through March. Oh, hell no. So that's what it felt like. But anyways, let's pull a card. Let's pull a card for this week. We'll get some messages for this week, some affirmations, and then I'll see you next week. I'll see you next Monday for the herb of the week. Okay. One fell out of my lap. I'm going to look at it, but... Or is that two? Oh, that is two. I was like, that feels really thick. All right, two fell out of my lap. But I'll just peek. Grapefruit is on the bottom before I put the deck away. Detox and dissatisfaction. Yeah, I have to detox my body this week. I have to get some celery and juice it and just drink that and remind myself of who I am. All right, here we go. What was I gonna say though? Just a second ago, I lost it. I don't know. All right, so yeah, next Monday we'll be back. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm not allowed to start a new week before I finish the old week. So we'll start the 8th week next week. So whenever I did the year's scheduling for this podcast, I scheduled 44 weeks for Herb Oracle and obviously, that we have 52 weeks in a year. So I gave myself quite a few weeks, one, to either finish before the end of the year and have a holiday, or what I really figured was every now and then skip a week if I need to, because we got to stay balanced. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I got to catch up on echinacea and clean out and release, like echinacea would want me to, clean out and release some old energies and strengthen my defenses. Yeah, think about that affirmation that we had last week. My defenses are strengthened as I break up and release old energies. So yeah, that's what I really had to do. I had to realize that I had attracted old energies. They were still like, I was still like vibing in that way in a lot of ways. And I brought in this I attracted, because I was familiar with it probably, like I attracted this person that embodied a lot of the old energies, even though he had so many nicer ones, which made it seem like I had stepped in a better direction, and I did. But like the thing is, and I did express this, remember when I said the other week, I have this fear coming in that I won't be allowed to be weird or something, like it just won't be the right type of energy for my weirdness to flourish. And I really, that if I had anything, and that's not even about him because he's just like a good old normal guy, but yeah, like I have to be able to talk to somebody who understands energy, right? That understands just some like stuff that normal people would think that's weird, but it's not weird to me. But yeah, like I never had like one good spiritual conversation with this guy. And so, I had red flags all over the goddamn place. And I just was refusing to see them because I wanted something that I thought I wanted. But really, after I did that summoning, that request that I wanted to be shown the truth, oh boy, was it ever shown to me. And it's okay. Like, I'm just really proud of myself right now, actually, for one, being honest, and two, taking it like a big girl, and three, even though like, yeah, like I definitely am emotional today, like that's pretty obvious. Oh my God, shout out to Eckhart Tolle. I'm really trying to just watch myself in these emotions, but yet be detached a little bit. Like, because, okay, here's something powerful that I just read in this Eckhart Tolle book. Like, emotions are really just like exaggerated, highly agitated thoughts. Like when you get like these cycling thoughts that are coming in fast and furious, like bam, it just triggers like this emotional response in your body. So I'm really trying to be so aware of it. One, so I don't have a panic attack. And two, so I can like fully recognize the emotion and thoughts, give them what they need, but then, yeah, release them joyfully. Because I know ultimately I made the right call, like, and I didn't even have to make the right call. Like, literally, when I tell you I was pushed out my door, I actually felt like a puppet. Like, oh, we are doing this right now. And, yeah, I'm proud of myself. All right. So, we got... Sorry, guys. We got cinnamon and arbor vitae. That's not how you say it. Arbor vitae. I don't even know this one, but I this could be me in the sky on these cards. That is so funny. That's what took me back. Anyways, the keywords for cinnamon and arbor vitae. That surely is not how you say that. Arbor vitae. Maybe that is. All right. Sexuality, creativity is for cinnamon, and completion and wholeness is for the other one. And there's a full moon, right? So full moons are all about ending. Is that a full moon? It's almost a full moon. So I feel like right away, personally, since I guess this podcast is all about me today, sorry guys. It's almost complete. Like, just hold on, girl. And yeah, like, I love that, like, it's completion, but it's wholeness. Like, it's really not an ending where I feel, um, oh yeah, well, I do feel like there could have been, like, more to it, but I just also feel like, it was probably just perfect the way it is. Like, this is probably just the way it's supposed to be. Anyways, above this beautiful lady who's holding a bowl full of gems, there is a black crow or raven, blackbird, and there's like a silhouette of a tree. That makes me happy because I just took a picture yesterday of a silhouette of a tree, and the sun was behind it, but it was like a real like clouded, overcast, like filter in front of the sun, but it was too bright to look at. But I was like, dang, like that seems like that looks pretty. So I just looked at it with my phone and took a picture, you know. And it really was cool. There's some pumpkins. Okay, so yeah, this whole thing with me certainly has been prompted by my sexuality. I was like, and you guys, you know, because I told you, I was like just getting to the point where I was like, dang, like how am I gonna go like a whole year without having a lover, right? So I did ask the universe for a lover because I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, for being such a sensual person, like I love being physical, and like, why would you not give me a lover? Do you know, like I really had gotten sassy there. So I attracted a pretty good lover, and yeah, but I guess I kind of just have to be satisfied with it. Let me get the book. Cinnamon, sexuality, creativity. I'm kind of pissed that this card's here too. Right? Because I really don't like, that probably was, yeah, when I gained the most, right? That's probably what's going to be the hardest thing to let go. All right, so wise words from somebody unknown says, you can't force chemistry to exist where it doesn't. In the same way, you can't deny it when it does. Ooh. You can't, that's good. You can't force chemistry to exist where it doesn't. In the same way, you can't deny it when it does. Yeah. Cinnamon is spicy and playful. Yeah, this is me. She is sexy and appears comfortable with her body. She looks like she can be trouble if you're not careful. She is the goddess of pleasure. Cinnamon helps with blood pressure, cholesterol, and heart issues. It is also beneficial for the libido and sexual energy. So no cinnamon for me until further notice. Cinnamon is considered a powerful aphrodisiac because, yeah, I don't need it. Yes, I need to be like, oh my gosh. I need to dive deep into my spiritual journey right now. So this is funny. So I told my mom, you know, well, because my mom stopped over yesterday and she's like, how are you? And then of course I start bawling. I wasn't bawling. I've not bawled. I just have these like tears that come from nowhere. I don't know why. But anyways, I was telling her about it. And then this is how my mom is. She's like, well, did you guys have goodbye sex? Did you guys have goodbye sex? And I was like, no, I was too sad. And he did not look good yesterday. I didn't tell him that I was coming over. Like, I just showed up. And it was not even lunch yet. It was like 11, and he had already been drinking. So there, if you were thinking that you should try to talk me into like, you know, oh, well, maybe no. Like, he was already drinking. It wasn't even 11. Like, I just cannot put up with that bullshit. I don't care how nice you are. I don't care how kind you are. You know, like, that's just unacceptable. And I didn't know that was how he was when I first met him. I really didn't. I kind of had to like figure it out, you know. But now that I think about it, I could have actually known that from the beginning had I not had my head up my ass. All right, so connected to the heart, root, and navel chakra. Heart, root, and navel. Cinnamon can help you accept your self-image and feel contented with your body. Okay, I would definitely love more like cinnamon, like in the way of making me want sex more. No, thank you. But cinnamon in the way of me accepting my body, sure. Like, I'm pretty good in that area, but not 100%. I'm like a C+ student, probably. Yeah, because my body's so different now than it was before I had kids. That is for sure. But it's still pretty good. But I don't have a belly button anymore. Like that, I used to have an innie. Now I just have like I guess it's just weird. Now I just have a weird one. It's not even a belly button. It's just scar tissue. I'm like, okay. Cinnamon is associated with the star sign of Scorpion or Scorpio. How I just say it. It can be very sensual, but also insecure and resentful. Dang. I am cinnamon. You guys, the 2 cards that fell out are me and this specific person. I'm almost positive because like this guy beside this cinnamon, the arbor vitae, like say this guy would take care of his vessel, right? This would be a 10-year, him in 10 years. Like, because this guy has white hair. His beard's white. So the guy on this card is like one good looking old dude, right? Not even old. Like, we're talking like probably 52 or 54. But his body's amazing. And he's got white hair. But like the abs and the biceps, like you can't tell that he's older. All right, so anyways, insecure and resentful, even though very sensual. So yeah, that's probably me over there because that is my shadow a little bit. Those are the shadow aspects that I do have to keep in check. Cinnamon's character is faithful, me, very intuitive, also me, and fun, absolutely me. But when cinnamon personality is out of balance, the individual can become jealous and manipulative as well as ambitious and secretive. Well, I'm not going to admit to anything like that. So when cinnamon appears in a reading, it is because the physical body needs care. Cinnamon assists individuals rediscover trust in themselves, creating stability and security in any situation. It reminds you to find balance in your desires and release the need to manipulate people or situations. Your creative energy is your sexual energy. Open up to this amazing force of co-creation. I am full of inspiration and creativity is the affirmation. I am full of inspiration and creativity. Absolutely. So yeah, that is the one disappointing thing is like I did and I still do want to attract a lover that can be a co-creative experience. So I think I have mentioned to you the book by Tina Louise Spalding called Making Love to God. Like that book is really good to read. If you ever want to buy a book with an embarrassing title, go for that one, Making Love to God. But it talks about, you know, how like you can use sex as like a spiritual thing, you know? And I just fell in love with that idea. I started reading the book I started reading the book like March or April, I don't know, spring of 2019. And that book opened my eyes to like oh, hold on, my ears are toning so insane. That that was like what made me realize my marriage was so lame in that department, and how I'd like just really been used so often for sex, and there just like wasn't that connection, right? So that book helped me so much, understanding that like there would be more for me in that area if like I did my own healing work, and and encouraged my lover to do his, and yada yada yada. So when I was married, I asked my husband like to read that book, and he was just like, absolutely not. So when I attracted a lover, who I said, hey, would you read this book? It like has like it literally changed my life and changed my perspective on things, and how like you can connect with another human being. He was like, yeah, I'll read it. And I was like, oh my God, like that's awesome. Well, he never read one page of it, long story short, he never even opened it, I don't think. So I did get my book back yesterday. That was the real probably reason I had to do it face to face. Get my book back. But anyways, yes, co-creation with sexuality. I really hope that happens for me someday. But that book also says like you don't have to have a lover to have a divine sexual experience. And I already know that. Oh, I'm already pretty good there. I just really love the idea of like having high vibe intimate relations. I'm not gonna lie, like that is what I want. If I'm in this stupid body, and I love this body, but you know what I'm saying. Like if I have to be physical here, then can't I have somebody to enjoy it with physically, who's a beautiful person and well endowed? All right, so here we go. That's that one. Let's see what the Arbor Vitae has to say. This is all about completion and wholeness, and I shit you not, the wise words are by Eckhart Tolle. My boy, see what I mean? Eckhart is in my world right now. Okay, the quote is, non-resistance is the key to the greatest power in the universe. Non-resistance is the key to the greatest power in the universe. So speaking of non-resistance, I'm going to take another dropper full of motherwort, because like you can take it in the moment, but like if you know that your moments are like cycling back, and every chance they get, you can take motherwort like just right before you're about due for another emotional breakdown. So yeah, I'm being botanically held today. Botanically held by motherwort and by chamomile and by patchouli. So, and being reminded to be non-resistant. So whatever emotions come in, I'm not trying to stuff them down or suffocate them. Like I'm feeling my feelings, you guys. And I felt my feelings when I don't think I've ever even said like I was like, I attracted a lover, and everyone's like, yay, but I don't think like I ever even used a first name for him or nothing. But anyway, isn't that funny? See what I mean? There was something from the get-go that like I wasn't quite like exactly sure if I was like sure about. Because don't you think like if I attracted a lover that was like my lover, like the one I was like supposed to have, I'd be like telling you his name? Well, I don't know. But anyways, whatever feeling comes up today, I really do have to be like, just let it flow. Just let it come in, go out all week. Be non-resistant, kind of. And that's what Eckhart is saying. Non-resistance is the key to the greatest power in the universe. I mean, last week I gave my guides permission to be honest with me, to show me things, to make things happen. And yeah, to definitely complete and end whatever was not in my highest good and for the highest good of the all. So I just need my human self to just chill out for a minute because, you know, I have been doing light work in my own way, for the greatest good of the all for many, many years now. And I really already know that, like, if it's not in my highest good, it's got to go. It's got to go. And it was fun, but, like, I feel like there is a greater calling for me that's, you know, that I'm ready to do. And I get that. And I know, like, you know, it's almost spring. Like, it is spring to me. And my greatest calling is to just be outside. Like, it's not really, like, anything that I can, like, sell or demonstrate, or, like, I literally just have to be outside a lot. Like, that's what I came here to do, you know? And be with the earth, and be with the elements, and be with the plants. And yeah, like, in a lot of ways, I need a lot of freedom to do that, you know? And I was hoping that maybe I would attract a person to do that with me, right? But, like, and this person does like plants, and I like that about him. And he does, you know, has had gardens in the past, but it's not just about, like, having a garden. Like I really know, like, if I'm gonna be with somebody, and they have to be, like, yeah, they have to be connected to Gaia like I am. So at this point in my life, anyways, it's not like I can't hang out with people. I mean, I can hang out with whoever, you know, but, like, I'm just saying, like, they have to understand that, like, sometimes I just need to, like, be outside for, like, ever and talk to plants like a weirdo. But anyways, yeah, like, that was, like, definitely a thing that I just keep, like, maybe I'm trying to make myself feel better about, but it's like, no, like, you have to let go of this because it wasn't going to encourage you in the ways that you need to be encouraged. And yeah, you were going to hide your weirdness. Be honest, Sadie. You were going to hide your weirdness from this one, and we will not allow that. So, as this is the first card of this deck, so it guides the way for the rest of the essences. The pointy tops of the arbor vitae tree. So this is a tree. Okay, arbor, that makes sense. The pointy tops of the tree resemble arrows pointing towards the sky. There's only one way from here, and that is up. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, I cannot be lowering my frequency for nobody. Like, and that's just, like, what surprises me so much, that, like I really was, like, so obsessed with, like, you know, with, as Cinnamon was saying, like, finding a lover, finding an outlet for my sexuality. Like, that really had gotten to the point of imbalance, though, in my life. Like, I cannot be going a whole year without having a lover. That's insane. Do you know? But yet, this has been so good for me, because it's like, yeah, but you don't just want anybody. And he wasn't just anybody. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, like, I have to, there's only raising in frequency at this point for me. And so, yeah, so be it. Like, I'll either be alone to do that, or the right type of friends and lovers and people will be in my life. And that's too bad, because I've lost a lot of friends over the years, because I always make that as intentions. And then people just drop out of my life. But that's just the way I have to keep it, because, like, I do so good at vibing high by myself. And so, like, yeah, I guess, like, I am getting more selective. I have to be so selective who I let in. And yeah, I just had to, you know, cut some cords compassionately but completely to some energies that were going to be lower. Yeah, that's too bad. I really want to give everybody the freedom to be who they are, But yeah, then at the same time, know that like I still have to do what's right for me. All right, next paragraph. It represents the person, and I'm reading from the Oracle of the Essences companion booklet by Monica the Enchantress from Australia, theenchantress.com.au. It represents the person who is ready to release all their struggles and is now willing to trust. So yeah, how many times last week did we see the word trust? Oh my God, so many. So now it's still here. It's saying, let it go and trust. Let it go that I was guided so clearly. How could I not trust that I'm doing what I need to do? Like, I have total trust. Oh yeah. There is no need for control any longer. There is no need to do it all alone. We are here on this earth to experience community, and we all have struggles from time to time. From these struggles, we learn and we grow. Yeah. When arbor vitae is put off balance, it can be confusing, going around in circles, not really knowing where to go or where to start the journey. Arbor vitae is related to the root chakra and the crown chakra. The man depicted here has released his chains. He is ready to move into the next step of his life, and he is committed and stable. There are lots of browns and greens in this card representing grounding. A yin-yang symbol on his chest represents balance, maybe an in-between carelessness and letting go wisely. So yeah, go to the happy stream, get grounded, hug a tree, literally lean on a tree. Oh my gosh. I have so many favorite trees. Like, I know exactly where they are too. And like, I find them and like, it's just like an old friend. So yeah, I was definitely leaning on some trees yesterday. If this card is coming to your reading, it is because there is a resistance to receiving divine help and a need to control the outcomes of your choices. Release your worries to the forces above. Release your worries to the forces above. They have your back. Nothing that has value comes to us easily. The work needs to be done. Your attitude towards the work is purely your choice. So yeah, we're still not done working on ourselves. Here's the affirmation. I release the control to the universe. I release the control to the universe. I am at peace with myself. I am at peace with myself. So yeah, isn't that the truth? We all have our own divine guidance. So yeah, I wish everybody well, and especially people that need to start listening to their guidance and taking care of their bodies. I hope their guides step up for them too. But yeah, release resistance, release control, and give it up to the universe. So thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I'll be back in a week. You know what happens. I'm going to go die and be reborn. I've died so many times in this life. It's crazy. It's all for my highest good though, and I appreciate it. So yeah, no podcasts for the rest of this week here. I'll be back next Monday with borage, and we'll start a new herb, but I gotta finish up echinacea right. I gotta finish echinacea up proper. So I will be putting out a couple podcasts over at Herbal Marie. Hope you join me over there. And yeah, I'll see you in a week as another new version of me. I can't wait. Like, really, I'm actually excited because I don't know. I looked in the mirror today and I put on this jacket that my friend gave me. It's like this quilted satiny creamy thing, and I put it on and I was like, there is a classy lady inside of you that's about ready to come out. So it just might be time for me to tap into that this week. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thanks for letting me have yet another therapy session over here at Ho. Thank you. Thank you so much.